Sex and Sensuality, the podcast, where we speak what your dirty mind thinks. We are here every Monday night at 9 p.m. chatting about tantalizing topics that most won't dare say aloud. Hello, and welcome to Sex and Sensuality podcast, where we speak what your dirty mind thinks. I am Miss Mika Nicole. I am your host today, and I'm just wanting to today. I am going to talk about the confidence curve, how moving your body unlocks sensuality. So, ever since about August of last year, maybe about August the 5th. So it's coming up on a year. I have been working out, trying to eat better, and really trying to build the body that I want. After I had my kids, y'all, like I really lost confidence in myself, in my body, because of how my body changed and what it looked like. And I've always been like a very, very confident girl. And I never knew how much of my confidence was built around the way my body looked and how I felt in my body as much as I did then after I had my babies. I realized like, man, I'm really not feeling like myself. But as soon as I started working out and losing some of the weight that I had gained, and my stomach started to, because we all know women, we get that little pouch. So once that pouch started to kind of go down a little bit, I started to gain a little bit of my confidence back. And my confidence is not entirely surrounded by my body, of course, but it did play a big role in there. So me just continuing to work out, trying to get to that space where I'm feeling confident in my clothes again and confident in how my body is looking. It has really, really helped me. And now my confidence is shifting because now I'm starting to feel stronger, y'all. I'm building that strength in my body. And that is now where my confidence is coming from. I feel like that strength is helping me to feel like I could do a little bit more. I could push myself a little bit harder in other areas of my life, not just working out, but with school, with at work. And so it built my confidence in those areas as well. And then, of course, as a mom and a wife too. So today we're talking about how working out, movement, and strength connects directly to that confidence and sensuality. Because if no one's told you lately, sweating and stretching can be just as sexy as lace and lingerie. So we've been sold this big lie, right? That sensuality should look a certain way and that confidence means having like a flat stomach or tight curves, which is not true. Because again, like I said, now my confidence is focused on the strength of my body, right? Of how strong I am and the things now that my body can do now that I've been working out. It's how I feel in my body, right? So even if we're working out or if it doesn't have to be this thing. Like I work out maybe I take a walk. My walk is about 15 to 20 minutes, right? Every day. And then I do some strength based exercises. I don't spend a whole lot of time in the gym. I may do about 15, 20 minutes of strength based exercises. And then I do 15 to 20 minutes of my Pilates. And that's it, and I think the hardest thing about working out, guys, is us trying to really find the time to do it. And I know that was for me. I'm not sure if that's for a lot of y'all out there, but finding that time. So once you find that time and curve out just a little bit of time, it helps. But anyway, so sensuality lives in sensation, right? In how you're stretching in the strength again and working out when it's done with intention and not with punishment, it can bring you closer to that sensual part of yourself. So it's like connecting within to who you are as a sensual being as well, right? So like when you think about like sometimes like I'm calling this segment like my little dirty mind moment, right? Sometimes I'm looking in the mirror while I'm doing my workout, right? And I do a little stretch or I'm doing a squat and I'm like, dang, I look real good up in here right now, just looking at what my body could do and pushing myself to the limits. Yesterday, I decided to add more weights to my workout and I did sumo squats using the bar and using 20 pounds. So I squatted 20 pounds and now my body feels sore. I definitely feel that I did that. But when I was doing those squats and doing it with the correct form, I was like, okay, get it, Mika. So it felt good in that moment. But we want this to be about visibility, witnessing yourself, loving what you see without needing approval. It's like, this is my body. This is what my body can do. And I'm pushing my body to the limits. And that is sensual in itself, right? Teaching my body something new. I'm adding movement that brings strength, that gives me confidence, that's helping to build the body that you want, right? So movement increases endorphins, which boosts mood and sexual energy. And that is something that I could tell you I have gained so much more energy. I am an older mom, y'all, so I need the energy, okay? Running around with these kids are 2 and 7. So I need energy. I need to be able to wake up and feel energized and being able to, if I have to, I'll tell y'all a story like the other day, Atlas, when I went to pick him up from daycare, he likes to run and he will run like just try to take off running. When I tell y'all, it felt so good to be able to run after him and run fast enough to catch this boy because that boy can run fast before he could get to the end of that driveway and get to that road. And had I not been working out, I don't think that I would have had the energy or the stamina to run after him and to run fast enough to catch him. So, it gives those endorphins and it gives you that energy that you need. Working out also improves circulation, which enhances arousal and sensation. So, when our body has great circulation, then we do feel a little bit more aroused. We do have more sensation in our body. So when our special someone touches us a certain kind of way, we are going to be aroused and we're going to feel it on a different level because we've been working out and because our circulation has been moving like it's supposed to move, embodiment. So it's like when you embody movement like yoga or stretching or even with dancing, it reconnects you to your sensual self. It takes you to a place of like, because when I teach, not teach, but because I don't teach dance, but my dancers, I have choreographers when I do my sex and sensuality shows. And so when they're choreographing, they're showing us different movements for my show. I mean, I always feeling a little bit more sensual because I'm touching myself. I'm stretching more, I'm moving my body more. So dance definitely brings out that sensual side of you. And then when I'm doing my Pilates and I'm stretching my body, I feel more connected to the sensual part of myself. So working out builds sensuality. It's not about weight loss, y'all. I'm not talking about weight loss here. I'm talking about body literacy. It's like turning inward instead of chasing aesthetics. It's like, how are you feeling on the inside, right? When it comes to working out. Again, like I opened this show and I talked to you all about confidence, feeling confident in yourself. It makes a huge difference. So wherever you are, I want you to just like drop your shoulders, roll your neck, right? And then breathe into your hips. So that's mean like you're taking that deep breath in and you're letting that breath out. Let this be 30 seconds where you reconnect with yourself. And this is something you could do throughout your day, right? where you just have to take that moment, and sometimes we have to shut the noise off because work can be a lot. The kids can be a lot sometimes. Your spouse can even be a lot. Your family can be a lot, but take 30 seconds for yourself where you're rolling your neck, you're stretching your neck, you are stretching your body, raising those arms up, taking some deep breaths, doing that for 30 seconds a few times out of your day can really get you back centered and focused and into your own being. So that's our 30-second sensual pause right there, y'all. And try to incorporate that in your day. So this week we're gonna move on. So to my segment called "What Am what I'm savoring," right? So what am I savoring this week? I've been obsessed with stretching at night, like just getting a good stretch in, nothing fancy, just me, the floor, a little oil, and a playlist, right? That makes me sway. So just putting on a good little playlist, like some good sensual music, and just doing a good stretch before bed. And I like to try to do a good stretch too in the morning. And it's just something about ending your day that way and starting your day that way that feels like self devotion. It feels so good. So I enjoy a very good stretch, and it gives me that energy that I need in the morning to just get started with my day. And then at night, it just helps me unwind and get me ready for just a peaceful night's sleep. All right, y'all, before we wrap up, I just want to hear from you. What's one way you moved your body this week that made you feel powerful or sensual? And you can DM me if you're listening to this on TikTok. When I post it on TikTok, then just do a little quick little attack or respond to it, and just tell me what's one way you moved your body this week that made you feel powerful and sensual. I want to hear from you. And if this episode sparked something in you, please leave a review. Tell your friend about it and pass this episode along. You can listen to the full episode on Apple, Spotify, or on YouTube. I am also on all major platforms. So make sure y'all are following me and listening to me. You deserve to feel powerful and sexy. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Sex and Sensuality, the podcast.